Hi. That's me trying to be Ross because I'm doing the Ross bar today for friends. That's my impression of Ross. You know, when he walks in all dejected and he's like, "Hi." For those of you who may have wondered when I've mentioned living in LA if I moved out there to be an actress, the answer to that is no. I could never, and you've seen why. We're making the Ross Bar today, guys, and I will tell you all about the Ross Bar in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and you are here for day 66 of 365 days of soap, year 2, and this is bar 2 of the Friends Inspired line, and yeah, we are doing Ross. Now, this one is mine, and I had a couple of ideas of how I wanted this to go. First up, let's talk about the scent. The scent is from Nature's Garden, and as you might guess, the scent that we are using is monkey farts. And I find the scent monkey farts so ridiculous anyway because I attend a lot of craft fairs and booths and events. I actually coordinate a lot of events as well. And there is always, always, always a soaper there that has a bar that says monkey farts on it. And I'm like, you're not even going to change the name? I don't get that. But, you know, it's just such a ridiculous name for a scent anyway. Like, oh God, what do monkey farts smell like? The answer is bananas. It smells like bananas and some fruity notes. And it's actually a kind of cool scent, but the name is big weird. But because, you know, Ross and Marcel, the monkey or whatever, we had to scent it monkey farts, of course. And I wanted the base of the bar, so I wanted it to be black, like Ross's like leather pants. You remember that episode when he was trying to, yes, that, and he had all the talc out and whatever. And I wanted to do something in the middle, and I couldn't decide whether I should do a couch, because you remember pivot, right? Or the holiday armadillo, or the Christmas armadillo, or whatever in the hell it was called, because both were just ridiculous. And so I'm going to be playing around with some sculpting tools as well as some embeds inside, and you know, we'll cut into it and see whether I get a couch or an armadillo. So let's go check this out, you know, now. You knew we had to follow Rachel up with Ross, right? And also, he has to be monkey farts. Now, for those of you who do not make soap and are just here because you're interested in watching soap pour, or, you know, you just like me for some weird reason, monkey farts is a fragrance that every single fragrance company out there sells, like, and it is called monkey farts. And yeah, that's not emulsified. You can keep mixing. And it's always funny going to like trade shows because usually I relabel my stuff. Like I don't call it what it is, especially if it's like a type, right? Like that's not a good idea because that type might be copyrighted, a dupe. But with monkey farts, it's so funny going to like craft fairs or farmers markets or, you know, whatever, and literally seeing a soap that's labeled freaking monkey farts. And I'm like, what? So I know exactly what this is, you know, and I just, it always, why do you do that? But to that, I had to use monkey farts for Ross. Now, this particular scent is not going to discolor, I don't believe. We only have it to use in like kids' bath bombs, I think. I've never used it for soap, but I don't believe it discolors. No, totally doesn't discolor. But that said, I am still going to make this bar completely black. It is going to be an activated charcoal bar. So there's kaolin clay and activated charcoal in here. Makes it a double whammy for all things awesome, including bar hardening and, a nice big awesome lather. But, as far as what activated charcoal does, it's like detoxifying and all that jazz. But, that's just what activated charcoal does. I'm not saying things about soap. It's activated charcoal. It's a delightful bar. I usually use activated charcoal bars on my face. So there's that. Anyway, so this is going to be a very weird pour because all black, like Ross's leather pants, right? Like that. You remember the leather pants thing? Like, oh my God, that guy's such a disaster. But I'm going to be using some sculpting tools inside. And my thinking was it can be like the couch, right? You remember when they're trying to get the couch up the landing and it's way too big and whatever. And he's like losing his mind and just screaming, pivot, pivot, pivot over and over, right? I actually had to back away from the microphone for that because I don't want to scream in your ear. And if I did, I'm sorry. But yeah, so I was thinking I could like build the couch in there, but if it doesn't work, maybe it'll look like the Christmas armadillo, right? It's a Christmas armadillo, right? Holiday armadillo? There's definitely an armadillo. I don't know. But anyway, I am taking the stick blender back to it to thicken it up because I am going to be using sculpting tools for all of this. And so I want my batter much, much thicker than an emulsion for sure. Let's go pour this and I can figure out this whole armadillo situation. Yeah, it's totally the holiday armadillo, right? That he rents for Ben, whatever. So yeah, it could be the couch. It could be the armadillo. Either way, I think it works. I mean, if it looks like the armadillo, then that's cool. Because I think I remember watching an interview with David Schwimmer randomly a couple years ago, wherein he was like saying that's like his favorite episode, like to show his kids or something like that. Anyway, I created my little sculpting tools here with piece cardboard, and I'm sort of just making a little channel down there to pour some of the pinkish batter in. And the little things there on the right hand side it's actually a silicone mold of a heart. And you know how they come in like two pieces, right? I just didn't connect them and just poured into them, like braced up the end, like closed off the open end that you would normally pour into in like a vertical thing. Just laid them horizontally and poured into them. So now I have like two halves, right? And so I'm thinking that could be couch arms or like shoulders for the armadillo. I don't know. We'll see. You can do loads of cool things with half of a heart, really. And so that's what we're doing. Now, this batter is still nice and fluid-ish, which is nice. And adding the monkey farts into that totally did help with the fluidity, loosened up the batter a little bit so I could pour, which is awesome. And monkey farts. You get it? Do you get why monkey farts was used? You get it? Because it's Marcel, right? And the monkey. You get it. So these will end up just on the side of the pink thing that I've put in there, the channel that I've put in there. And then, we're just going to continue on pouring. Now, one of the things that totally sucks about making like sculpted bars and stuff like this is that you want your soap batter, in this case, my black soap batter, to be thick, right? So I can sculpt it. And then also so it can withstand the weight of the embits there. Totally. But like the shitty thing is you see that little channel that's on the side of the pink things on either side. You're not working in a very big space. And I'm going to have to figure out a way to get black down there. And that sucks. This is why me and thick soap batter, just in general, I don't like it. I prefer swirls over everything in the world because, it's that. So yes, that's, I'm just going to kind of push everything over, and really I'm just going to scrape some of the thicker black soap batter onto the sides and then sort of just shove it down as best as I can, because you don't want like air pockets and stuff. And of course there's the bangy bang and doing all the things, like, for sure. But I don't know. This is always so annoying to me. Me and thick soap batter are not, just friends in general. But friends bars. Hey, that's cool. But yeah, no, I don't know. I can't decide. Ross was actually a really kind of tough one to figure out as far as design and everything goes. I mean, to that, yesterday's, so was Rachel's. Like, the Soapprentice found these little molds that had, Central Perk on them or whatever. And we're like, well, that's cool. What do we do with that? And Rachel's bar had to be scented with coffee, right? Because that's kind of where it all starts, at Central Perk. And then she worked there, and it was all of the things that, right? But as a result, because all coffee completely discolors, so it ended up just being kind of basic, but at the same time, and it's a gorgeous bar of soap, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, there's nothing like this. But I don't even know what you would do for Rachel for something like this. I don't know. Her as a character, did she really just have a thing? What was she? Because, Ross has a couple things. He's a paleontologist and super into dinosaurs, right? So we could have put a dinosaur into the damn bar. We could do a holiday armadillo. We could have done a monkey. We could do a couch. I actually kicked around the idea of doing sushi rolls because you remember one of the more uncomfortable. I mean, some of these episodes definitely, they didn't age well. Like that whole thing where he's actively trying to attack his friends because he's in martial arts or self-defense classes or whatever. And he's talking about, that's unagi. And Phoebe and Rachel are like, I could go for some unagi right now. Let's go get some sushi. And, they then, I don't know, flip the script on him, right? And then it's the salmon skin roll, whatever. You've seen the show. And if you haven't, I literally don't know, who you are. I don't know why to talk. I don't know how to talk to you. And I'm honestly thinking you might be on the wrong channel because I don't know how to talk to you. Also, a friend's quote from Phoebe. I think the majority of my personality came from that damn show, which is really weird and, again, unsettling and not cool because the show itself kind of didn't age very well. Right? Yeah, this is my thinking. But yeah, no, getting all that black down into the, oh, God, it's, just scrape a little more on and push it down. Be very patient and not me. Just be very not me yeah, and you can do it. I believe in you. I mean, I believe in me too. It's just irritating that I'm having to do it. So, there's that. But once the rest of this has been put in, I am going to take that little scrapey scrape thing that I made there on the right and, do another scrapey scrape. Again, I don't know. Might look like a couch. I will take it all the way down to the either the chair arms or the shoulders for the armadillo to create, that. Like a rounded top thingy. Could be a couch. Could be an armadillo. Could be nothing. I really don't know. And I had to beat the crap out of this soap so much because I was so concerned about all kinds of air pockets inside of the actual soap itself that those little half heart things might have shifted a lot. Now, because I had extra batter left over, because I just like to eyeball things, especially when I'm playing on with new designs, I just put it all back into the black. But now I have to add some more activated charcoal to it to make sure that the top is the same color as the bottom, right? And the problematic thing with doing something like that is it does actually take, see, that was a good color match. I'm good. I worked at a paint store in college. I was a full-time paint slinger, and color matching was one thing that I was always forced to do because I was like the only chick that worked there. And they're like, well, you're good with colors. I'm like, what makes you think that? You know, why can't I go sling around the 5-gallon buckets of paint? Which I also ended up doing. I was a soap slinging badass is the point to all of that. And that might be my only claim to fame, really. But anyway, good color match. But because there's extra activated charcoal, for some weird reason, that will mean that this top portion is actually going to be softer than the bottom. And I've never cared enough about that. Like there's too much activated charcoal in it. It's essentially at this point, I've never cared enough about it to figure out why. I just know that it does. And so, you know, that's neither here nor there. It's all fine. The bars all have to, you know, do their thing and get hard and whatever anyway. So it's in the mold. Feeling reasonably confident about all this. And I am going to go ahead and just decide that maybe it's a couch inside. And, you know, I like to write on my bars that I love. And I'm going to write pivot. Because pivot! I totally went away from the microphone on that one again. Because, you know, I care about your eardrums. So let's go check out this cut and see what in the hell is inside this loaf. Okay, it is Judgment Day. Look, that showed up so good. Yes, I'm not going to say it again. You get it. You understand. Yep. So, yeah, we've got a little bit of little pockets there. But that's fine. You can totally just clean that up with your end piece and you're good to go. Come on, chick. Show us what's inside. Oh my God. I mean, I've already done this. I'm just building the suspense for you. Because there's that. But yeah, it's I don't know. That's sort of chair-ish, right? That looks like a chair. I can get behind that. What the hell's on the other side? Whatever. There's a good side and a bad side to a bar, right? That's like chair-ish. Sure? Yeah? I mean, it's not a couch. It's a chair. That... Well, now it's starting to look completely armadillo-esque. So, there's that. Yeah, so that's probably a good armadillo bar there. That one's starting to look like the turkey head. That's great. Whatever, it's ridiculous. It smells like monkey farts, and that's amazing. And it's nice and shiny. I love activated charcoal bars, and that's an armadillo. We're going with the holiday armadillo on that one. But also, it could be the turkey head. I don't think Ross ever had the turkey head on his head, though. I think that was a Monica Joey Chandler thing. And that's why that makes it a little bit problematic that, you know, looks kind of like the turkey head because I've already slotted that in for another one of the friends. So there's your spoiler. Also, you can totally hear people, you know, mowing their lawns in the background probably, but I can't do anything about that. People got to mow their lawns. So, you know, there's that. And that's ridiculous. I love these bars. They're amazing. That's just, it could be anything. It's cool. We've got some armadillos. We've got some couches. We've got some turkeys. That really look like a turkey on the backside there. And it smells like monkey farts. Did you get it? Marcel, you get it? Yeah. That's a day 66 Ross's bar. And, you know, I totally nailed that. That's just awesome. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I got an armadillo. It's definitely not a couch. At best, maybe it's a chair. Some of those bars actually look like the turkey that was on the head with the fez and the big glasses. And that's cool. That also works, except for I don't think Ross ever wore the turkey carcass. And I want to do that for another one of the characters. And so I'm going with armadillo. This is Ross and the armadillo. So yes, I think this bar was so much fun to make. And it looks weird and cute, and so therefore I love it, and I think it's perfect for the Friends line because they're all going to be ridiculous for sure. If you are interested in any of the bars from the Friends inspired line, you can't have them yet. Silly, we're not done. But when we are done, you can find them all at soapandclay.com. Yes, there's other stuff there right now. If you want to go shop, that's cool too. Do your thing. Absolutely. If you're interested in, subscribing and, helping me out and becoming part of the tribe, click the button. You can subscribe, be a Sudser, be part of the tribe. That would be amazing. For those of you who are part of the tribe, hey, thank you for building my tribe. I appreciate you each and every day, and that is a fact. I am out of here for today. I will see you guys all again tomorrow for another round of soapy fun. Bye.